Close your eyes and imagine an endless ocean stretching out, where sunlight cannot reach, ruled only by chilling darkness and haunting silence. This is where legends are born, where mysteries and horrors lie hidden in the depths of the water. And in the shadowy expanse of the sea, a colossal being lies still, silently waiting. It is known by many names, but one title resonates with unmatched power and dread: Leviathan. Leviathan is no ordinary sea monster. It is the embodiment of chaos and destruction, an eternal darkness that mankind can never tame. Its form is elusive, sometimes described as a massive sea dragon, at other times as an ancient whale or an endlessly long serpent coiled around the ocean's core. Yet, regardless of its shape, Leviathan is always a harbinger of terror, striking fear into even the bravest of hearts. Legends of Leviathan have been passed down through generations, serving as a reminder that there are forces far beyond human comprehension. It appears in sacred texts, depicted as a symbol of divine wrath and unyielding power. In the darkness of history, Leviathan is not merely a creature, but a representation of the uncontrollable, of nightmares that cannot be erased. But does Leviathan exist solely in the realm of imagination? Or has it truly risen from the depths of the ocean to unleash its horrors? That question has become one of humanity's greatest mysteries, a challenge to those bold enough to confront the endless abyss of the deep sea. Join me in this tale, where the boundary between legend and reality blurs, where Leviathan still waits, silent, cold, and deadly. In the murky darkness of mythology and scripture, Leviathan rises as a terrifying entity, hidden beneath the infinite depths of the ocean. It is more than a mere name. Leviathan symbolizes chaos, destructive power, and an uncontrollable fury that transcends human comprehension. Each time its name is spoken, a shiver spreads through the faithful, as if its shadow still lingers nearby, silently watching everything. Leviathan has no fixed form. In ancient texts, it is described variably as a sea dragon with massive wings and a fiery breath, or as an endlessly long serpent coiling around the ocean's depths. At times, it is depicted as a colossal crocodile, its scales as impenetrable as steel, with each scale resembling an armored plate that makes it utterly invincible. This shifting form not only adds to its mystery, but elevates Leviathan to a symbol of terror beyond reach. Yet, Leviathan is not merely a massive sea creature. It embodies sin, particularly envy, one of the 7 deadly sins of mankind. In legends, Leviathan is not only the guardian of the gates of hell, but also the very essence of absolute destruction. Its breath doesn't just burn, it consumes the souls of sinners, dragging them into the deepest abyss of the underworld from which there is no escape. Its presence in religious texts serves as a stark reminder of humanity's insignificance in the face of supernatural forces. Leviathan is not just a creature, but a representation of nature's uncontrollable might, of wrath that cannot be appeased, and of eternal darkness that everyone dreads to confront. Whenever the seas rage and storms unleash their fury, whispers of Leviathan resurface, an ominous warning of the devastating power lying in wait. Leviathan is far more than a fairy tale. It is the embodiment of humanity's deepest fears. It is the darkness without light, the chaos without escape, and the unyielding reminder that sometimes the most terrifying things are not what you can see, but what lies silently hidden in the profound shadows, where no light can ever reach. Leviathan, the mythical sea monster, is not bound by any specific form. In human imagination, it transforms into various shapes, each exuding terror and invincibility. Some perceive Leviathan as a gigantic whale, capable of swallowing the entire ocean in a single breath. Others describe it as a mighty sea dragon, with tattered wings still powerful enough to stir up storms. Still, some see Leviathan through the lens of a colossal serpent, endlessly long, coiling around the ocean's core as if to strangle the entire world. But it is not merely Leviathan's form that instills fear, it is its destructive power. Each time Leviathan emerges, it brings with it a wave of devastation that nothing can withstand. Breathing fire. When Leviathan's enormous head rises above the water, a ferocious blast of fire is unleashed, consuming everything in sight. The flames come not only from its mouth, but also from its nostrils and menacing eyes, transforming an entire region of the sea into a blazing nightmare. Boiling the ocean, Leviathan's breath is not only toxic, but also so scalding hot that it causes the surrounding waters to boil. This unbearable heat annihilates marine life and destroys unfortunate ships and humans that venture too close to its realm of power. Deadly breath. A deadly, toxic mist emanates from Leviathan, ensuring that any creature unfortunate enough to inhale it perishes instantly. It does more than claim lives. It traps souls in eternal darkness. Impenetrable steel scales. Leviathan's body is covered in scales as hard as steel, so tightly packed that even air cannot pass through. These scales not only shield it from all attacks, but also declare that Leviathan is impervious to any force that might challenge it. Legends even describe Leviathan as stretching up to 300 miles in length, a size far beyond human imagination. With such colossal dimensions, it seems to belong to another world, an entity outside the laws of nature, existing as a stark reminder to humanity that some things should never be awakened. Leviathan is not merely a giant creature. It is the embodiment of uncontrollable chaos, a symbol of ruthless power, and a warning that the ocean, no matter how deep, always holds terrifying secrets that mankind should never dare to uncover. Leviathan in the Bible, its origin and tragic fate. In the opening chapters of the Bible, as the first light touched the chaotic universe, Leviathan was born. According to Scripture, on the 5th day of creation, God brought Leviathan into existence as part of his grand design, placing it in the depths of the ocean, an abyss where light could never penetrate and eternal darkness reigned. Leviathan was not a solitary creature. Initially, it existed as a perfect pair, a male and a female, each possessing unmatched strength. This power was not merely in their size or destructive capabilities, but also in their boundless potential for reproduction. However, this very potential gave God cause for concern. He foresaw a future where this pair could not only dominate the seas, but also threaten the balance of the entire world. If left to reproduce, the earth would soon become a battlefield of darkness and chaos. Thus, in a decision both sorrowful and necessary, the female Leviathan was destroyed. Her colossal body was used to sustain the Israelites wandering in the desert, a means to counteract the destruction she might have wrought. The flesh of the female Leviathan became not just a source of sustenance, but a symbol of sacrifice, a reminder of the price required to maintain order and life on earth. The male Leviathan, bereft of its mate, became enraged, rising from the ocean's depths with unmatched power and fury. It attacked everything in sight, as if exacting vengeance for its predetermined fate. From that moment, Leviathan became a symbol of wrath and chaos, a creature that ceaselessly spread terror while reminding humanity that no force surpasses the will of the Creator. The appearance of Leviathan in the Bible is not merely a mythical tale. It carries profound meanings. It embodies both destruction and renewal, darkness and light, serving as a cautionary reminder of forces so great that even the hands that shape the world must approach them with caution. Though half of its existence was obliterated, the enormous shadow of Leviathan lingers still, hidden in the ocean's depths, waiting for the day when legend and reality might once again converge. The cultural and religious significance of Leviathan. Leviathan, with its immense power and haunting presence, transcends mythological tales to become a potent symbol within the world's major religions. In sacred texts, Leviathan embodies profound concepts of sin, temptation, and an unrestrained power that humans cannot control. In Christianity, Leviathan is mentioned as a symbol of envy, one of the 7 deadly sins. Envy is not merely a negative emotion, but a smoldering flame that consumes the soul, plunging humanity into darkness. The image of Leviathan devouring souls and spreading chaos serves as a warning to steer clear of destructive desires. Leviathan is not merely a beast, but a curse upon those consumed by ambition and jealousy. Some perspectives elevate Leviathan to an even more terrifying level, portraying it as the embodiment of Satan, the Lord of Darkness. In this role, Leviathan is not only a destroyer, but also a manipulator, luring humans into moral decay. Its impenetrable steel-like scales do more than shield its body. They act as armor for deceit, concealing a cunning and dangerous nature. The depiction of Leviathan as Satan transforms it into a symbol of irresistible temptations, things that may appear alluring, but ultimately destroy humanity from within. In Judaism, Leviathan takes on a different nuance, described as a female dragon dwelling behind the ocean, in mysterious waters far beyond human comprehension. This dragon is not just a symbol of primal strength, but also of chaos lurking beneath the ocean's serene surface. This imagery evokes a sense of unease, suggesting that beneath apparent tranquility lies a danger waiting to erupt. Through the lens of religion, Leviathan is more than a mythical creature. It carries profound symbolic meaning. It represents the darkness that humanity must continuously strive to overcome, the sins we must learn to confront and control. Across all religions, Leviathan's appearance serves as a warning and a reminder that true strength lies in the ability to resist temptations and conquer the darkness within. With all its symbolic weight, Leviathan is not confined to ancient tales, but has become an enduring part of spiritual heritage, haunting humanity across generations. It reminds us of our smallness in the face of supernatural forces and the inner storms we must continually face. Inspiration from ancient sea creatures. In the quest to uncover the truth behind the Leviathan legend, many scientists and historians have asked, was Leviathan merely a product of human imagination, or was it inspired by real marine creatures from the past? Over time, evidence and theories have revealed intriguing clues, leaving many to shudder at the possibility that Leviathan might have once existed. Many theories suggest that Leviathan is an exaggeration of actual marine creatures, particularly prehistoric crocodiles or whales. Prehistoric crocodiles like Deinosuchus, which could grow up to 12 meters long and possess the strength to crush massive prey, may have terrorized ancient civilizations. The image of Leviathan's impenetrable steel-like scales closely resembles the thick skin and defensive structure of crocodiles, leading many to believe that these creatures may have inspired the legend. Additionally, paleontologists have unearthed fossils of ancient whales such as Basilosaurus, a predatory whale over 18 meters long with massive jaws and sharp teeth. These fossils, discovered in various parts of the world, have opened the door to decoding the mystery of Leviathan. Some fossil evidence reveals that ancient whales had sizes and forms drastically different from modern ones, making them easy to misunderstand or exaggerate into mythical creatures like Leviathan. Others speculate that Leviathan might be a shadowy representation of an ancient marine creature yet to be discovered by modern humans. These colossal beings could have ruled the oceans millions of years ago, leaving faint traces in the memories of early humans. Over time, stories about them were embellished, transforming them into legendary monsters with powers beyond reality. However, Leviathan's place in mythology is not solely due to exaggerated size or strength. It also reflects how ancient people confronted the inexplicable, facing natural forces beyond their control. The ocean, with its depths and mysteries, was the perfect setting for stories of Leviathan to emerge and spread across generations, becoming a symbol of the grand and the terrifying. Was Leviathan purely a figment of imagination, or was it shaped by vague memories of a giant, extinct marine creature? That question remains unanswered, but it only adds to the allure and dread of this immortal legend. In the deepest parts of the ocean, where light never reaches, perhaps Leviathan still slumbers, waiting for the day it can rise again to continue its unfinished story.
You just watched a fascinating video, and if you don't want to miss out on more captivating content, take a second to click subscribe for X Mystery and turn on notifications. We promise to bring you even more thrilling and mysterious stories.